asked you to imagine a pole dancer, what would come to mind? I would imagine it would be a lady, probably wearing high heels and very little else, shaking and gyrating on a stage. However, this image is, well, becoming quickly outdated by another one, because now apparently a distinction is to be made between pole dancing, which is a form of entertainment, and pole fitness, which is practice in gyms and dance schools. On the line to me now is Stacey Pike, and she is a pole fitness instructor, and you can see her, I don't know if the right word is perform, on a video which we have up on our Facebook page. But good morning, Stacey, and welcome to the programme.
Hi, how are you, Billy?
Very well indeed. How did you get started in this pole fitness lark?
Well, I started about 4 years ago. I was just on my day off from work watching TV, and some TV show was on, and I just saw some family trying it out, like, a bunch of girls trying out pole dancing, and I turned to my husband and said, "Oh, I'd love to try that."
What was his reaction, pray tell?
Big smile on his face. But yeah, I said, that looks cool. It looks very impressive. So I remember then Christmas Eve, I could hear the clanking of a pole being put up. And I know not every girl would be happy at the thought that their boyfriend just bought them a pole, but I was pretty excited.
Now, where did
I was very happy.
I must choose my words very carefully here.
Yeah, of course.
where did he build the pole for you? I was going to use another word, but I have
well, there's a brand called X-Pole. There's a brand called X-Pole, and they specify on poles for home or studio. You don't need to screw them in; they're just pressure plated, so you can just put them up in any home or studio.
So where did he put your one up?
In the spare room.
In the spare room?
Not in the bedroom. In the spare room. So, yeah, I was very excited. And unfortunately, you all probably know yourselves that in the southeast area, there isn't anywhere that teaches pole dancing. So I had to teach myself. So I just bought DVDs and just started, training myself. And luckily enough, I had enough motivation to keep going with it. I know not everyone will be the same, but
how does it differ? How does it differ from pole dancing?
Pole fitness. Well,
yeah.
Personally, I don't mind the term pole dancing myself, but I wouldn't use it to try and promote it to a newcomer, because a lot of people are afraid of the term pole dance.
Right.
Like, people associate pole dancing with strippers and all that, and pole fitness would be more like doing tricks on the pole, or any strengthening exercises, anything to get fitter. And if you see the abs on any professional pole fitness instructor or performer or competitor around the world, you'll see yourself that it's definitely not easy.
And do pole fitness participants, do they wear, well, if they're women, do they, I presume they're all women actually. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, am I?
Actually, no. That's funny, because a lot of men are getting involved too in the pole fitness world. There's a lot of men out there that are very, very good at it.
And do they wear leotards and high heels as well?
Oh God, of course not.
Timmy Ryan is preparing his Monday programme in the main studio, and he's bursting himself laughing at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you now,
Dirty mind.
I'll share a few videos on my page of male pole dancers, and you won't be laughing, I'm telling you. Yeah. Very impressive stuff, but their style is very different to women. Like, it's less of a dance element with men and more the strength part and tricks, and some men like to do a bit of breakdancing and things like that as well with it. There's a lot of different styles out there, or contemporary dance. It's no different to any other style of dance that men do. It's different to women. It'd be a different style. But it wouldn't be in heels anyway.
So, and is it always done to sexy, erotic music?
No, definitely not. No, there's a lot of contemporary pole dancers out there that would dance to, more melodic tunes or ballads, things like that, and they can tell a story throughout dance. It's like contemporary dancing, same thing, except there's a pole involved. And
now, would you have to be pretty fit in the first place to actually get involved in this?
Say that again, sorry?
Wouldn't you have to be pretty fit to get involved in the first place?
I wouldn't say that now. I wouldn't say that because, to be honest...
Sure, you might bring down the pole on top of you if you were too heavy.
Believe me...
I can just see myself up on one of them. Yes, thank you.
my husband is a big guy and he can take a swing out of the pole. So
really?
if he can take a swing out of it, anyone can. But no, you don't have to be necessarily fit to start. You get fit as you go. Like, I have a lot of people come to me saying, I'll have to get fitter before I start your classes. And I always get really angry. I'm like, no, that's why you come to pole class. You get stronger as you go.
In terms of fitness, is it a toning up exercise you're involved in?
Definitely. Unbelievable arms is all I'll say, and core. And just an all-body workout. It's a great cardio session. And you definitely tone up your arms, because a lot of women find it hardest to tone up their arms because they're afraid of using weights. A lot of women would be. Mm-hmm. They don't want to be too bulky, you know.
Right.
And pole fitness is very body weight orientated. So you never get too bulky through pole dancing. You know, it's all body weight exercises. And you definitely get some muscles in your arms that would shame a lot of men. Definitely.
But again, I mentioned a while ago in a text that we're not sexist on this programme. But again, just to go back to what you were saying about women being, scary about getting too muscly.
Yeah.
How can you avoid getting muscly if you're involved in this pole fitness thing?
Well, I don't think you get too muscly. It depends on how hard you train and how far you want to take it. There's a lot of professional pole dancers that travel the world teaching workshops to students and compete in every competition that's out there. And they would be a lot more muscly than, someone that practices 2-3 times a week. Like, these professional dancers would do it every day for hours on end. And of course you're going to get muscly through that. But you learn to appreciate your muscly form as you go. Because I remember in the beginning I was seeing six-packs saying, no, I don't like the look of six-packs on women. And now I'm like, I want a six-pack.
Really?
Oh, definitely, yes.
And how has it affected...
When you see it in person, it's totally different to seeing it in pictures. When you see it in person...
Well, two things on that then. Has it become a bit of an addiction for you? Are you addicted to it?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, God, yeah, I'm obsessed. If any friends or family...
And that's only since Christmas?
No, 4 years ago.
Oh, 4 years ago. Sorry, he bought you the pole 4 years ago, yeah. Some wag has been on to say that your boyfriend literally got you up the pole.
He definitely did. A lot of his friends would say, oh, I'm so jealous that, you got your girlfriend to do this. But he says the sexual part is ruined for him with pole. Like, he could watch a pole dance on TV and say, oh, her form is very wrong there. It's totally ruined for him.
So it's de-eroticized the whole thing.
Oh, God, yeah. It's definitely different for him now.
So what would a typical workout consist of?
Well, I generally teach, the beginner students, I teach them basic spins and transitions which would flow the moves together. I try to heavily influence the dance elements because there's definitely different categories of pole. And a lot of people don't realise this. They think it's one way or the other. Like, there's pole sports, which would be very tricks orientated, less of the dance element. And then it'd be pole art, which would be contemporary style, dancing and tricks together. Then there'd be pole dance. A lot of people would associate pole dance more on the sexy side. And a lot of pole fitness people love the sexy side of pole. They like to at least give it a try. Like, I'm not saying they like to try to be strippers, but there's nothing wrong with putting on a pair of heels and giving it a try, because it's an even tougher workout when you're wearing heels trying to do insanely difficult moves. I know that myself. I personally love it. I love all categories of pole. I like to try them all, is basically what I'm saying. But
can we get back to your boyfriend? And he'll kill you now, I know. Not literally.
No, not at all.
But has he taken it up at all? I mean, I know he obviously watches you do it, but I mean, has he taken it up himself?
No, he hasn't. But he definitely, when he's seen other men do it, he says, wow, that's very impressive. But he's never really done it himself. But he definitely a parentman would love to, but I don't think he will.
Now, is this suitable for people of a certain age rather than people of a certain other age, if you get my drift?
Definitely. I'll tell you now, there's a 63-year-old world champion.
A 63-year-old? There's hope for us yet.
63, yes. Yeah. And I'll tell you, she doesn't look 63. She definitely doesn't look it, but she started at age 59, and she's now a world champion. And there's also a 10-year-old world champion, and she won Russia's Got Talent recently, if you look her up. And she won her category in the juniors in the world last year. So, I mean, it's very broadened on the age.
We hear that there are calls out that it should be included in the Olympics.
Yes, there's a lot of people trying to get it into the Olympics. There's a thing I like to call politics. There's a lot of pole dancers and pole fitness instructors that have very different views on pole. And it is very like politics. You know, everyone has their side and they stick to it. Some people like the idea of it being in the Olympics and some don't. My own opinion, I personally wouldn't like it in the Olympics, but that's just my own opinion. For the simple reason that I like the dance element of pole, and I'm just afraid the Olympics would take that away.
But when you look at gymnastics, I mean, it's very balletic.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah. Like, the way I see it is, it'd be great if it made it to the Olympics, as long as it has its category, and it's not going to try and change any of the other categories, if you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of competitions out there that are in the bid to get it into the Olympics. The 10-year-old girl, the competition she was in was a pole sports competition, and that's one that is trying to get into the Olympics. And their outfits are very like the gymnastics. But a thing that people forget is you have to wear small clothing. Like, it's not a choice necessarily that we have to wear very short shorts and a crop top. You need your skin to grip on the pole.
Right.
If you try it in clothes, you're not going to grip.
Yeah, you're going to slip off it.
You need your skin. But if you see the 10-year-old's performance, you'll see her outfit is very like a gymnastic outfit.
Now, how has this affected, affected your eating habits and that kind of thing?
Oh, you definitely have to eat right to train. Like any kind of sport, you have to eat right and keep yourself fit and all those things. And definitely, I have to watch what I'm eating. I might not necessarily succeed every day on that,
okay.
But I definitely try my best to stay fit and diet and, train
So
hard.
Are you teaching the pole fitness full-time now?
Not full-time, but
No.
I'm definitely kept busy with it. I'm based in Clonmel at the moment, and if anyone's interested, they can look up my page for more information on the classes. But yeah, I do plenty of classes now, and I'm kept very busy, and there's a lot of interest, so I'm delighted that that's happening, and a lot of people are delighted it's finally come to the southeast, because it's always in Dublin, in that area.
And what's your website address, Stacey?
Well, I have a Facebook page.
Oh, Facebook page, okay.
Yeah, Stacey Spykes is the name. Stacey with an E and Spykes with a Y.
It's Spykes, S-P-Y-K-E-S.
Yeah, Spykes,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for talking to us. Really enjoyed that.
No problem.
Keep fit. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
That is Stacey Spykes, pole fitness instructor. What a lovely lady.